I came for. Rilla gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Second global, that's an infrastructure. All your niggas like the top.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test, testing, testicles. Testing, testicles. Ooh, welcome, everyone, to episode 1768 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode, and today's episode of the Mancast is brought to you by Everest and K2 flexing on all you beaches. Flex on them. Flex for the camera. Flex on them, beaches. Welcome. Welcome to the Mancast. Welcome to episode 1768, live on YouTube every single day. Follow the Daily Swole on YouTube. And of course, make sure that you are subscribed on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Leave a review, streaming live every single day right here on YouTube. Of course, yesterday's episode was private for members only. We had our weekly accountability meeting and it was fire, wasn't it? It was fucking lit. It was awesome. So 1767 is pinned to the top of the private Facebook group. It's also Inside Swole TV, where we streamed it live, but you can catch it if you missed it. We have some brand new releases. Get some more gorillas for the releases. Brand new yoga class, brand new virtual trainer, brand new recipes, brand new blog over on the 7 Pillars blog. So it was fire. It was fire. It was excellent. I love our Monday accountability meetings. So make sure you head on over to Swolenormousx.com and sign up today. Join the Swole fam, and you'll get access to every single one, plus so much more. I'm excited for today's episode. So as we all come on in through the door, drop a comment down below. What did you smash today? What'd you smash, Beesh? What'd you smash, Aaron, Nikki, Cerny, Jen, Josh, Anna, Nipdog? What'd you smash? And let's get into this nut. We got some Tainty Tuesday, and we have a sexy Beesh that we have to bust out of the nut. So let's get on with it. Cover your nips. Drop a comment down below. What'd you smash today? And put some respect on it. Yeah, Boosh. Yeah, Beeshes. That's a sexy beach. Look at that lay right there. Look at that lay. That's a sexy baby girl. And cheers, Leo. Cheers. Hope you are drinking that bone broth or the champagne. Leo, you raging alcoholic. What is going on with you? That's a terrible...
How dare you?
You're a terrible influence, Leo. All right, it's Tainty Magooch. Let's get that Scrolly McScrollerson down below. If you don't know, today is Tainty Tuesday. Why is it Tainty Tuesday? Well, you don't want to be a Tainty Magooch. So don't be a beesh. Don't be a boosh. Or, you know this, you'll end up like Tainty Magooch, and no one wants to end up like Tainty Magooch. Do you? Do you? Of course not. I know, of course not. Of course you don't. Settle down. Settle down. Of course you don't want to be Tainty.
Stop whining.
No one wants to be. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to be a Tainty Magooch. Trust me. So hashtag Tainty Magooch. You could also do a Tainty Tuesday, but please drop a little Tainty Magooch in the comments down below. That's a nice card. That's a nice card. A little round of applause. That's a nice card. It's nice.
He's heating up.
It's nice. Now, yes, I know, Falcon. I know Tessie's looking sexy, but you can leave it as it is. Please, just settle down. Don't get all hyped up this episode. All right. Hashtag Tainty Magooch. Let's get into the tip today. Very excited. We'll give away that Swole card at the end of today's episode. But for now, it's tip time. It's a little chilly. Feel it? It's a little chilly. Ooh. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. Well, we got some. What's in the box? What we got for the Swole fam? What we got today? We got Beth to start us off. Hey fam, overcoming my crazy schedule for today and getting in the 90-day dash back and buys Swole. Playing catch up and need to do some Swolga gravity from yesterday. Saw someone else do this trick to get himself up to the top of the pull-up instead of jumping. So much stronger on the way down. I've also been throwing in some core Swole in 7, which has been tough, but I know I need it, and working those exercises Papa talks about for building up your pull-up. Got 25-pound dumbbell curls in, and feeling strong. Hashtag fuck average Swole fam. No excuses. 7 pillars. Fuck cancer. Diabetes, depression, suicide, cancer. That's just a lot of hashtags. I mean, it's not the cheesy, shitty ones, but you're pretty much like fuck everything. Fuck, you pretty much just said fuck everything. You could have done hashtag fuck everything. That would have sufficed. But thank you for sharing, Beth. Thank you for sharing. I agree. Fuck diabetes, fuck depression, suicide. Fuck all those things that can be prevented, right? Preventable issues. Father Faded. Hola, fam. Hola, father. Hola, papa. Hola, fam. So I can't do a full squat when I attempt my ass is a good, we talked about this yesterday, right? Let's see, weighted squats, do a full squat. I'm not sure if the weighted squats are working the muscle groups. Oh, we talked about this yesterday. We did that squat question. I remember it was asked. Jamie, 1,000-day anniversary from the start of my elimination diet. Look at you. Very nice. Hit the goal weight in 2019 and still going strong. Sprouted pumpkin seeds? How is that on your how is sprouted pumpkin seeds on your elimination? Anyway, cool. I've never thought about eating anything like a sprouted pumpkin seed. Okay, cool. Whatever floats your boat. Good for you. Good for you. Michelle, welcome to the fam, Michelle. Hey fam, I'm Michelle. It's my first day. Signed up about 20 minutes ago and there's so much info here. It makes my head spin. I lost the first 10 pounds on my own, all water weight, I'm sure, and now I need to start the grind to bust the next 60 pounds. That's when I discovered Swolenormous. I've lost a bunch of weight before only to put it back on and then some. I want to get off the merry-go-round of fat and keep this crap off for good. I was thinking I'd start the 90-day dash. I'm not a complete beginner, so I'm hoping that's a good choice. You can all drop that in the comments down below. I think it's a fine choice. Lasse. I think it's a great idea, Michelle. I think it's great. I think it's fabulous. It's fantastic. Drop in the comments down below what program you started with. The 90-day dash or Swole Mastery is really the recommended, unless you're very advanced. But even if you're very advanced and you've been training for 15 years, doesn't mean you've been doing everything right. A lot of you joined the Swole fam, you've been lifting for 15 years, but you've never done yoga. You've never meditated. So essentially, you have to be humble. You have to be humble when you join the Swole fam because it doesn't matter if you've been in the gym or you've trained or you've played sports for 20 years, you have to be a beginner. You have to come in with a beginner's mindset and absorb the 7 pillars from the foundation. So it's a great place to start. How many of you started with a 90-day dash? That's really how you're supposed to start. It really is. That's really what you're supposed to do. Now, the 90-day dash was the first program that we launched a couple years ago, but that was Swole Mastery just launched this past year. So Swole Mastery is a zero equipment program. So that's also a great starter program as well. But that's designed for people that don't have equipment, or you can use as a deloading. So that or the 90-day dash. But I would definitely recommend with the 90-day dash. I would definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. So good for you. Welcome to the fam. Ready to fucking crush it. Let's get some more gorillas for there. Let's get a little... Yeah, let's get a little bit more action there. All right, we got one more Swole fam post today. We'll jump right in here. Schmitty, what's up, familia? I'm a noob. Welcome to the fam, Schmitty. Welcome, Beesh. Welcome, you sexy Beesh. How we doing today, fam? How we doing? Drop in the comments down below. How you doing? If you're just joining now, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you like the video if you're watching on YouTube especially. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Of course, these are all posts from the private Swole fam groups, so make sure you go and check it out, swolenormousx.com. This is from the private Swole fam Discord, and the other ones are either from the discussion boards on swolenormousx.com or the private Facebook group. Schmitty says, what's up, familia? I'm a noob, made the switch from drugs and alcohol to health and fitness. Well, that's a big difference.
Yow.
That's a nice switch.
Yow.
So yeah, I'm here seeing what's up with this. Anyway, good night. Hope to see what come out of dis. Name's Randy, by the way. All right, night.
Yow.
I love it. I love it. It's like, what's going on? No more drugs and alcohol, health and fitness. All right, cool. Bye. Welcome to the fam, Schmitty. Stoked to have you here, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for introducing yourself. Make sure you give a little more context too. Introduce yourself. Give us a little bit more. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a little more deets. We want some more deets. All right, so as you're coming in, where's my like police at? Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube, The Daily Swole, and of course, follow The Daily Swole, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Leave a review on your ear-banging app of choice. That's what we'll call podcasts. Places where we bang our ear holes. Am I right? Am I right? Let's go. A little more applause. Let's do a little here.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. Let's jump into some knowledge cock today. I think we're due. So hashtag Tainty Magooch if you want a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's take some questions. So if you aren't a member of the Swole fam, you didn't answer questions or ask questions yesterday. We did an Ask Papa Swolio live on Sunday. So we did take a lot of questions on Sunday, but if you still got a question, it's outstanding. You could drop it in the comments down below. And of course, don't be a beesh, don't be a boosh, or you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. So let's get into the first question of the day. If you got a question, drop in the hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Drop in the comments below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. It's from Instagram. We'll take a couple here. If you got them live, drop them in the comments. Andrew.tackett. Papa Swolio, do you have any exercises to help with tension and stretching in shoulders? So that's kind of an interesting question, to help with tension and stretching in shoulders. So I'm just going to give you a couple things. You should work on your posterior rotator cuff. Yoga is fantastic. Dead hangs are great. Scapular depressions are great. Working on doing floor cobras are fantastic. Those are some great things to start with. Just a couple different ideas, but the reason why yoga is a huge part, that's why it's pillar number 5, mobility. Doing yoga does activation as well. It's not just stretching. It's not just stretching. You're activating muscles while you're inhibiting them. You're marrying the breath, you're marrying the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, the mental. You're combining all these different aspects because you're not just holding a pose, you're breathing through it. You're moving everything as one system. So you're activating as well at the same time as you are inhibiting. So make sure that you start your yoga practice. So there's a lot of great exercises, external rotation. And there's two different parts of the shoulder. There's the shoulder girdle and there's the shoulder joint. So the girdle is the interaction with the scapula and the axial skeleton, which is the ribs, the sternum, the clavicle, the muscles, the parts of the body that are part of the actual, not the appendages, not the arms and legs. So, and the shoulder joint is the interaction of the humerus with the scapula and the clavicle. So you have two different parts that move synergistically together to give you a wonderful range of motion. That way your body can disperse the mobility across two joints rather than one. And you can have great mobility while still maintaining maximal stability. So it's just evolution. Evolution. All right. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Josh, what about intermittent fasting? Go fuck yourself. Go absolutely fuck yourself, Josh. Nope. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Intermittent fasting. Skip breakfast. Raul TR _ Papa Swole, your preference, big mainstream gym versus small local cavern gym? Small local cavern gym all day long. Or home gym. You could drop your thoughts down below. I like independent gyms. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not a big gym. I just don't like brand gyms. I don't like LA Fitnesses. I don't like Lifetime Fit. I don't like the big box gym. Now, it's great they have amenities, but I don't like how big they are. Things are too distributed. And oftentimes they just have you get the kind of staple equipment. When you go to an independent gym, that's maybe one owner, maybe they have one location. A lot of times you'll get better equipment because you'll have, in other words, let me say this. When you have a big box gym, you don't get a lot of the nuance, a lot of the customization because it's usually just cut and paste or copy paste. They'll just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So it'll have all the same equipment, all the same stuff, the same pretty much layout, but you get a lot of really cool independent gyms. You get some individualized equipment. You get stuff that you don't see in a lot of big box gyms. So I personally like it. I like the atmosphere. I like the ability to, if you have a complaint or you have something that you want to discuss, you can talk to the owner. You have more of a direct line of communication and it just feels a lot more comfortable. And plus, usually they're smaller. That way, I don't like big gyms because things are so spread out. So it's harder for supersets. You have to drag things across the entire gym. It's usually much more convenient when you have more stuff in a smaller space. Just personal preference. Everyone's different. Also, it depends on what you have access to. If you don't have access to a small gym, then you go to a box gym. It's like whatever, you do what you can, or you train at home, whatever. The Kyle Havens, Papa Swolio, recovering from a shoulder injury. Got a lot of shoulder issues going on. What's going on with this, fam? Lost a lot on my bench. Can you yell at me to go to the fucking gym? Kyle, go to the fucking gym. However, you're recovering from a shoulder injury, lost a lot on your bench. So what? Seriously. So what? So your bench went down a little bit. Oh, okay. Your dick didn't change size. Who cares? Who cares how much you're benching? Your bench went down. A lot of stuff goes down. But just remember, if you just recovered from an injury, it doesn't hurt anymore. You just go back and just focus on the strength. You might be missing out on some stabilization. You might be just biding your time until you get hurt again. So make sure you're doing a lot of rotator cuff stabilization. You're working on your middle and lower traps. You're doing your scapular depressions. You're working on shoulder girdle stability and mobility, making sure that you're actually repairing and strengthening. That way you just don't recover, inflammation goes down, you don't train for a little bit, you don't bench for a while, then you kind of come back into it and then you get hurt again. You don't want to continue this vicious cycle, this cumulative injury cycle where you just kind of get hurt, recover, and you build up these compensations over time. You want to avoid that. So make sure that you're recovering properly. Papa Swolio, does Papa like Wagyu steak? I don't eat it. Isn't that the expensive one? I don't know. I eat grass-fed steak, Wagyu. Is that the one where they massage the cows or something and they're not healthy anyway? I don't really know much about Wagyu steak. I think that's the expensive one. I like grass-fed ribeye steak. Period. End of story. Tell me a story I don't like. Let's see, Jen. I love small gyms. Sadly, we don't have any around here. Crunch still looks like a prison yard with fenced-in equipment in the parking lot, so home gym it is. Let's see. Bao Fan. Papa Swolio, could you elaborate on training for longevity as opposed to pushing for a PR? Isn't the goal to progressively overload your body anyway? How do you know when it's time to stop? That's going to depend. That's very subjective. Time to stop what? Time to stop what? Longevity is a completely different approach. Like, are you trying to live longer, or are you trying to get bigger, or are you trying to do both? See, if you're going only for aesthetics and you're doing just bodybuilding, you're putting your body through a lot of stress, doing like pretty much starvation, water depletion, so you look good on stage. I mean, pushing PR has like strength has nothing to do with longevity. I think it might to a point, but you don't have to lift heavy to live long. Now, you are going to have garbage bone density when you're older if you don't do overload. So here's the difference. That's why I always say you're squatting 300 or 400 or 500. When people ask me how much you squat, how much you bench, or I could bench more than you, I say, I don't care. Could I squat 315? Sure. I haven't done a barbell squat or front squat. Yeah, I could do 2 plates, 3 plates. Like, I don't care. After I've done 3, 4 plates, like, I just don't care. I stopped trying to go for strength to that point because there's a point of diminishing returns where you're just increasing your risk, but you're not getting the same benefit. You don't have to keep on overloading your body endlessly because you're just eventually not going to be able to. You can't just overload forever. And strength isn't partnered up with longevity. So the goal to build muscle is to progressively overload. If you want to increase endurance, you have to progressively overload because your body has to adapt. You have to put your body into this alarm reaction to this state where the stimulus is greater than what your body has adapted to. So it's forced to generate muscle tissue or mitochondrial density in order to handle the stress that you're putting it under. So you know when it's time to stop. Like, what's your goal? That's what you're trying to accomplish. In my opinion, if I'm trying to eat healthy and train for the rest of my life, that's why I make different decisions than some people. It's not how much I can throw on the fucking bar. It's the form. Sure, I want to increase strength. Sure, I want to be strong. Sure, I want to build muscle, but not at the expense of that diminishing return where I'm putting my body in more risk than the potential reward. So I'm very close, and I'm not saying I'm the biggest I could possibly be naturally. I'm not trying to be the biggest right now I could possibly be naturally. So it's gotten to the point where I'm not going to get too much bigger with the effort I'm putting in. Even if more effort, it's just how much bigger am I going to get unless I take anabolics, unless I take testosterone or something. It's just not, at this point, I know how much bigger I possibly could get. It's not worth the effort to just try to keep on gaining and just walk around like a big fucking meat sack. I want to be mobile. I want to be functional. I want to feel good. I don't want to have joint pain. And that usually becomes a huge issue when you keep on putting so much extra weight and stress on your joints. And that wears over time. That's a compounded stress on your body and on your connective tissue and stuff. So, knowing when to stop knowing when to stop, that's depends on what you're trying to get. My thoughts on the mind-muscle connection. Well, it's neuromuscular efficiency. Your body has the ability to trigger activation of certain muscles, and the better trained you are with isolation and compound movements and control, the more you spent on activation, the more you can isolate, and the better the contractions you'll get out of muscles. Now, in terms of like, can you prove, does the mind-muscle connection exist? Well, coordination exists, and mastery exists, and your skill exists, and your ability to isolate and have good form and stabilize the joints in order to activate individual muscles and focus on the contraction. You just get better at it. It's really intra and intermuscular coordination. That's the big thing. So whether or not you're having the spiritual connection with your muscles is kind of irrelevant. But the more you train, the better you'll be able to isolate and focus on certain muscles, and the stabilizers can handle your joint position while you focus on the muscles that are performing the action. So obviously you want to control. You never want to sacrifice control when you're training. If you're very advanced and you could do force reps or cheat reps, then you have that ability. You have to be very advanced when you get into that kind of shit. Culinary adventure. Do you have tips for pull-ups? Sure. Watch the masterclass in the group. We talk about pull-up strength all the time with negatives and isometrics and inverted rows. We talked about that to death. We've beaten that horse to death. So check out the masterclasses on doing negatives and getting your first pull-up. Negatives and isometric hold to the top. Absolutely. Nathan, can you do an impression of David? I've never watched CSI, so I barely even know who you're talking about. I've heard the name. I couldn't even put the face to the guy. So no, I couldn't do an impression of him. I never watched CSI. I don't watch those shows. Let's see here. So you can get some follow-up questions if you have on the pull-ups, but we've talked about that a lot. Da-na-na-na. Let's see here. All right. We'll take another question. Another question or two. Max out 9,000 on Shitstagram. Papa Swolio, what should I do if I lost my motivation?
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Fuck your motivation, max out. How many of you are motivated every day to work out? We don't do motivation here. Motivation's bullshit. Motivation is an untrustworthy whore, and she will leave you. She will cheat on you. She will spit on your fucking existence. Motivation is a load of crap. Slap your tits and get back into it. Build discipline. Do it when you don't feel like doing it. Do it because it's time to get it done. Linda's Journey. What do you think of Smith machines? Ooh. Mixed feelings, depends on the exercise. I'm not a huge fan. There are a lot of different types of Smith machines. It's not that simple. So Smith machines are, for those that don't know, that's what Planet Fitness uses in place of an actual real barbell. That's the ones that are on a track. So some Smith machines have an angle. Some Smith machines are 3D press where they actually move in 3D, like it actually moves around. It's on a track that slides. So it depends. I've used some Smith machines that are awesome, that feel really smooth, that have a great angle or really work well. And I've used some that are just god fucking awful. So it really depends. I think Smith machines are a great tool because there's a lot of different exercise you could do on them. Drag curls, Papa Swolio presses. You could do hip bridges really well. It's easy to load and it might be really convenient at the gym. So some moves are okay, but it takes away a lot of the free weight development that you'll get. So Smith machines, again, it's a tool. I would not use the Smith machine primarily over a barbell if you have a choice, but it can be used as a specific tool to hit muscles in certain ways in specific circumstances. So I'm not going to be like, oh, it's great, or oh, that's awful. It can be awful and it can be great. Depends on how you use it. So it's just a tool, just a tool. So drop a comment down below. Question. You got a question, drop in the comments. Hashtag AskPapaSwole. These are from Instagram, a lot of these. And of course, if you're watching live on the Daily Swole channel, make sure you drop that in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Everyone hit the like button. Let's go. Like, police. Where are we at here? Where are we at? I need to get some like gifts. So if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button right now. Drop a comment and make sure you follow the Daily Swole on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Leave a review, but hit that like button if you're watching on the YouTubes. This one is this one from DK, DEEKAY, DK 010 on Instagram. Papa Swole, are you in a caloric deficit each day? No. Why? Why would I be in a deficit? I'm not trying to cut or lose. So the answer is no. I'm not. Okay. Are you in a caloric deficit each day? No. Geeky Anomaly on Instagram. Papa Swolio, what do you do? What do you do when you want to make gains? What do you do if your family guilts you for working out all of a sudden? Ignore it.
Yow.
Ignore it. Your family guilts you. How do they guilt you for working out all of a sudden? They're like, oh, what are you going to do? Be a bodybuilder? Oh, come on. It's just a fad. Or stop pretending like you're going to be healthy. And I don't know. They're taking out their own insecurities on you. Who cares? Who cares? What do you do? What do you do if your family guilts you for working out? Tell them to go fuck themselves, ignore them, laugh, and just do it anyway. It really doesn't matter what they think. What your family thinks is as arbitrary as what someone on the internet thinks. Now, it's a little bit more damaging to most people because you're either living with your family or their opinion matters more to you, but you have to think about why it might matter more. Who cares if they don't want you to work out? Who cares? They guilt you. Well, family can be really cruel because they know exactly what to say to fuck you up. But just because they're your family doesn't make their opinion hold any more weight. You just might have to subject yourself a little bit more to it, but you still have to block out that noise. Meditation, get it anyway. If you want to do it, if you're doing it for the right reasons, Geeky Anomaly, you're doing it for your reasons. If you're doing it for you, that's a great reason. Take care of your health. And if your family's going to be negative about it, yeah, they can go pound salt. Tell them to go fuck themselves.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Send them a hobo's dick cheese if you can. If you have a hobo's dick cheese handy, send it to him. Send it to him. How many of you have experience with negative family members about your fitness? Let's drop a couple comments. Let's see. Casper3703 on YouTube. My dad kept telling me not to lift weights because I'd look manly. Told him I didn't care and that I wanted some muscle, but that didn't stop him from mentioning it again and again. Culinary Adventurer, my mom has guilted me into working out. I shut out the noise and keep going because, like hell, I am going to stop. She's an unhealthy jabbernet anyway. Has guilted you into working out? That sounds like a good thing. Nikki Welch, I have obese family members that hate when I work out. And the reason why, that's the shittiest thing. That's the shittiest thing because it's such a positive. If you're taking care of your health, that's a positive thing. It should be, oh my God, you're working out. That's so great. I'm so proud of you. Keep it up. Keep crushing it. When you have an obese person, family member or not, that's giving you shit for working out, man, isn't that not the most pathetic thing ever? Yeah, take advice from that person. Take advice about your health from someone who's fucking obese. Sure, that's great advice. Let me take your advice. Seriously, don't take advice from someone. Yeah, get nutrition advice from someone who's fatter than you. You better have what I fucking want if you are going to give me advice. Or you can say, hey, this is why you shouldn't do what I'm doing because look at where I'm at right now. Either they're sharing their experience to help you avoid those pitfalls. Literally, if you go outside and let's say you do the stats, right, that we always talk about. 75% of the US population is overweight, 33% are obese. So you're either overweight or obese in this country. The majority of people are unhealthy. If you're overweight, you're unhealthy. So 75% of the population is fundamentally unhealthy. I contend that it's probably up towards 90% or more that are metabolically unhealthy. Okay, insulin resistance, suffering from prediabetes and stuff that's undiagnosed. Because who's doing these fucking surveys anyway? It's at least 75%. That's conservative. That's a conservative measurement. So most people are not healthy. Look around and see what the average person's doing. And the majority is what the average is. Okay, so 75% at least are unhealthy. Pretty much anyone that you're going to spend time with, you should do the opposite for the most part of what they do. They're making certain food choices. It's probably a bad one. They're making certain personal time decisions and time allocation towards going out binge eating or binge drinking or sitting on the couch watching Netflix, eating chips. You want to avoid what most people do unless you want to end up like most people. Most people are fat. Most people are obese. Most people are metabolically unhealthy. So just copy them. Copy what they do. Take their advice. Most people are fucking broke. Most people don't invest. Most people don't think long term. Most people don't do the shit that they should be doing and they complain about not having. So don't listen to most people. Block out that fucking noise. Block it out. Block it out. Megan Feel, Papa Swolio, what are symptoms of upper cross syndrome? Symptoms are what comprises upper cross syndrome. It's protraction, it's internal rotation, and usually scapular elevation. So you get a really tight upper trapezius, you get really tight lats and pec major, pec minor. You get a lot of internal rotation. So your shoulders are rounded in. This just happens a lot from texting, sitting in a car, sitting at a desk. You get a lot of this forward hunched, rounded, a lot of cervical extension. It's because your body is just fundamentally becoming unaligned. So you start hunching forward more. What does your head have to do? Your head has to extend. Your cervical spine has to extend more to lift your head up. So you kind of get this slouchy posture and you get really tight muscles in the back of your neck. Your levator scapula can start having problems. Your splenius capitis, you get a lot of tension headaches. So what you have to do is unroll everything with your thoracic spine, really learn how to activate your rhomboids, middle and lower traps, unroll that fruit roll up, do a lot of external rotation and shoulder extension. That's why the cobras are fantastic and YTAs and all that posterior rotator cuff action. So if you're rounded, hunched forward, you get a lot of just kind of rolled in. Okay, internal rotation, scapular, internal rotation, protraction, and you get a lot of upper trap activation. It's gnarly. It's just a result of, I mean, think about it. You're always in the car or you're at the computer and, you know, people are hunched over looking down. That's why I have everything. I have a standing desk too that goes up and down, but everything's at my eye level. I have my monitors elevated. I'm making sure I'm looking straight ahead, that I'm not like hunched forward like this. You'll notice even in the side, I'm always trying to be more upright and stay more upright because it's comfortable to slouch like this, but it's bad posture. So I want to sit up like that. Nice and tall. Hashtag Tainty Magooch for a chance to win today's Swole card. Look at that beach. Look at that sexy beach. All right, let's take another question just to reset. Make sure you hit the like button. We're live every single day right here on YouTube. So YouTube, The Daily Swole, and also Apple Podcast, Spotify. Leave a review. Make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button. You're following the bell to be notified. And if you want to join the Swole fam, get access to all the private live streams, all the programs, training, nutrition, virtual training, meditation, the entire yoga studio. We have thousands of live streaming classes every single day, 24/7. And we release new content every fucking week. Yesterday, 3 new recipes. Let's get some more applause. Let's get some rusty spoons.
Rusty spoons.
Yesterday, we had 3 new recipes. We had a brand new yoga class, brand new blog, a brand new virtual trainer every fucking week, dropping absolute flames in Swolenormous X. So fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Shall we get into some balls deep, or we got any last questions at the end? We got any last moment questions? Let's get into some shit posts, shall we? Let's just jump right into it. Let's jump right in. Why not? All right, Swolenormousx.com. Thank you for your questions. Very excellent. Make sure that you are tuning in every day. We do questions during the Knowledge Cock portion on the daily, but also you can follow over on Instagram at Swolenormous, and of course the Daily Swole on Instagram, but we take most of the questions from the larger channel, the Swolenormous channel. So if you see this question sticker pop up in my Instagram stories, there we go. That was nice.
Sell crazy someplace else.
All right.
We're all stocked up here.
Anyway, following all the platforms, remember at Papa Swolio over on TikTok as well. I'm posting lots and lots of content everywhere, but let's just jump right into some balls deep posts because we got some, oh my God, we got some awesome shit, and we gotta catch up because we got a lot of stuff. It's been piling up. It's been a rough week. It's been a busy fucking week for shit posts. Shall we dance? Let's go. Let's go now.
That's deep.
Oh yeah, that's deep. What we got in the box, fam? What do we got in the box? Hold on, let me bring that podcast back thing. Boom. Come on, what we got? Drop some dookie in the comments.
What's in the box?
All right, first one is from Nick McDermott. Oh, Nicky. All right, settle down there. All right, we got some nice pews and some bright fluorescent abrasive green. Imagine, Nick writes, imagine if we all lived in a world where fat bodies weren't seen as a liability, but rather as incredible, kind, amazing, creative human beings. Body diversity exists. It's about time we celebrated it. Oh, my feelings. No, my feelings. All right, fat bodies weren't seen as a liability. Well, fat bodies are a liability. You know why? Because you're at a super high risk for heart disease and diabetes and just fucking dropping dead. You're a liability. incredible, kind. Being fat has nothing to do with you being kind. Amazing, that's subjective. Creative, okay, you could be creative and fat. What does that have to do with anything with your obesity? Human beings, yeah, you're a human. You have DNA that makes you a human being. So again, this is, the facts. Oh, the facts hurt my feelings, so avoid the facts and just take care of my feelings. You are a liability. If you are obese, you're a liability to yourself, to your family, to the healthcare system. It's literally a fact. It's okay if it bothers you that it's a fact. I don't care if it bothers you. It's just that's what a fact is. That's what a fact is. That's what reality is. That's what reality is. Because it doesn't matter what you feel about it. Okay? If I'm in a bad mood and I throw a ball up in the air, it's going to fucking come down. The earth is going to attract that ball. Gravity, which we still don't completely understand, it's going to bring that ball down to the earth again. Doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in. That's what we call a fact. All right. There's a caption, though. There's a caption. I know.
You can't be at least mildly interested.
I know.
Shut the hell up.
All right. The caption says, I wasn't going to post anything for World O Day.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
This is from the World Obesity Day. I wasn't going to post anything for O Day. Show me your O face. Oh. Cerny says, didn't we already see this one? It's hard to tell. They all look the same. No, I've thought that many times. We've seen I doubt it, because she's written a lot of posts that look like this. So the reason why a lot of these look the same, it's because they keep the same format, but they change the bullshit, but it all kind of sounds the same. So they all kind of look the same. They all kind of sound the same. It's hard to understand. Like sometimes. Let's see. As I get really tired of trying to fight my humanity on a daily basis, though I have to say there's been a lot of talk about weight stigma and its impacts, as well as the need for weight-inclusive healthcare. Let's skip ahead of this. I really wish we could all live in a world where body diversity is celebrated and where fat bodies aren't seen as problems to fix or as a liability for the medical profession. But you are a liability. You're an unhealthy person. You're an unhealthy person. That's what a liability is. That's a risk. And when you're at higher risk, you're more of a liability to yourself and others. Again, your feelings are irrelevant here. I can only hope that the continued advocacy and activism of our community will get there. Change your habits. Change your lifestyle and your habits. You'll get there a lot faster. Here we go. Hashtag feminism, fat positive, social justice, eating disorder recovery, health at every size, haze, fat activism, intersectionality, size, inclusivity, trauma informed, and anti-oppressive. So anti-oppressive is the same as anti-racist. You're just reversing the oppression. I don't know. It's anti-oppressive. Okay. All right, but let's go. Let's keep on crushing. We got a couple more to go into, right? Let's do another one. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
We got a couple. Let's do one from Food Peace Nutritionist. All right, this is from Michaela Putala. Notice how we have repeat offenders here. It's usually the same people that are continuously putting out this trash, but they have more followers and they have letters after their name. So people actually pay attention. They like, they share, they interact with these posts. So we shall do the same. Michaela Putala. If pursuing weight loss is holding you back from living your life to the fullest, ... meals out with friends, spontaneous ice cream trips, and cooking delicious meals with family, is it really worth it? I say pursuing your health is definitely worth it. If you're focusing only on weight loss, that's a weird thing to do. You should be pursuing your health and you will lose weight. You'll lose extra fat. So weaponizing weight loss, you are ignoring what people should be doing, which is pursuing proper health habits and lifestyle, which will result in extra fat loss by default because you will not have the same inflammation. You will be eating more nutritious food. You will be less stressed out. So weight loss as an outcome is definitely worth it if it's a byproduct of you living a healthier lifestyle. So stop being silly and stop trying to use language in order to discredit people taking care of their health. This is from Fat Liberation. The insidious thing about World Obesity Day. The insidious thing about World Obesity Day is that it has entirely pathologized our bodies. If you have cancer, you don't say, I am cancer. Ugh. Oh my God. This is not even the same argument. This is a day literally devoted to the stigma and eradication of us. No, good. Good. We should eradicate fat bodies. You shouldn't eradicate Whoever thinks of that? We should be taking care of our health, and we shouldn't have 75% of the population being overweight and obese. So it's inexcusable and it's preventable. So why are you trying to justify it? Again, these people are trying to justify laziness. They're trying to justify poor habits because it's easier. It's easier to justify poor habits rather than change them. And today, when everyone's a fucking victim, you don't even have to make sense. You can just say random shit. Oh my God, someone's going to be offended. So there's a big caption here after this. Let's go into this caption. Let's read through this fucking shitstorm. All right. Cycloptic cupcake. The O word. Now, did I click the World Obesity Day hashtag hoping to see some rad fatties upending the system? Yes. I was immediately met with sheer fuckery. You know it. That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. That's barely even English language. My favorite was a woman sharing her tips and tricks on how not to be obese. Sounds like a good post to read. The first of which was go outside. Stares blankly in fat. What the what?
Matt Damon.
What? Do you think fat folks as a whole don't enjoy the outdoors? Well, most don't. That's why you're fat. You're not going outside getting vitamin D and walking and burning calories and utilizing your body the way it's designed. I think a lot of fat folks don't exercise enough. Being outside is arbitrary, but you should go outside, get some vitamin D. Or do you think that people like this woman ridicule fat bodies, publicly making it, harder to enjoy the outdoors? Oh, does someone say something you don't like? Oh no. Oh no. Or do you think a lot of fat folks have spent the year inside because there's a global pandemic that was for swaths of time blamed on obesity? It's not.
Matt Damon.
The pandemic's not blamed on obesity. Okay. Obesity is a major cause of having complications from COVID. If you're not getting vitamin D, you're not exercising, you're obese, you are at high risk for having severe complications from COVID. That's proof. That's facts. That's called data. The data shows that being obese is a huge fucking problem, period, end of story, and will literally cause you to have terrible outcomes if you catch COVID. Because it's fucking preventable. Let's see. Or do you think contributing factors for being indoors could be attributed to facts like, even though we know now that obesity without other health conditions isn't a what? Obesity without other health conditions isn't a major contributing factor to the severity of COVID? The greatest comorbidity is weight bias in the medical profession. No, it's not. But sure, let's fix obesity by going outside. You are wrong. You are wrong. 30 to 40,000 people a month have been dying from obesity-related issues long before COVID. We're just covering it up and everyone's acting like, oh my God, look at all the people that have died from COVID. They're saying 500,000. Oh my God, everyone's dying from COVID. Look at this number. First off, the death counter from COVID never goes down. It never will. In 10 years, it's probably going to be 1 million. Are we going to lose our fucking mind? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people die every fucking year from obesity-related issues. Preventable. So I don't see anyone complaining that last year or the year before, 300 to 400,000 people died from obesity-related issues. No one gave a fuck. No one's caring about that. But all of a sudden you just attribute it to COVID and oh my God, it's just a huge tragedy and everyone's really upset. If you're not healthy, you're going to suffer from these consequences. It's survival of the fittest. This is life. It's always survival of the fittest. If you have a sick body and we have a virus that gets out from whatever reason, in a lab, not in a lab, doesn't matter, you are going to be removed from the gene pool because you are not healthy, whether you have a genetic defect, whether it's lifestyle habits, whatever it is. It's a fact of nature. It's a fact of evolution. If you are a weaker person, physically, genetically, lifestyle-ly, whatever it is, if you're putting yourself at higher risk, you are putting yourself at higher risk for having poor outcomes. We can all still walk outside. I can take care of my health every fucking day. I can make it my number one priority. I can go outside and get hit by a car. Did that prevent me? No, it's not magic. I still have to not do stupid shit. But guess what? I'm reducing my risk. Again, what can I control? I can control whether or not I look both ways. I can control whether or not I go outside. I might not go outside because I don't want to get hit by a car and then the roof collapses and then there's chance. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to mitigate and minimize my risk from diabetes and all these things that I can control because those are coming as a result of my habits. So if I improve my habits over the long term, I am going to have a decreased risk of a negative outcome. Let's not be stupid, people. Let's not be stupid. Let's control what we can control and make sure that we are spreading proper information. So yes, going outside is good. Getting vitamin D is great. Exercising more is great. And obesity is a major. Who the fuck is having obesity without other health conditions? That doesn't make sense. Right here, even though we know now that obesity without other health conditions, what in the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck is that?
Without other, you are obese. What do you mean other health conditions? You are literally the embodiment of the result of poor health conditions, which has resulted poor health choices. You have insulin resistance issues. Okay? You have issues with insulin sensitivity. You're obese. Your body can't handle what you're doing to it. That is proof. You are a resume. You are a resume of your fucking actions, of your lifestyle. Literally, you are the product. What you are now is the result of the habits that you've been setting for the last few years. Oh man, Papa Swolio, what do you do to stay in shape? Oh my God, you're in such good shape. It's because I've been doing it for fucking 20 years. I've been refining my skills and my knowledge and my body and my nutrition. I've been doing this for 20 fucking years. Yes, I've done things better now than I have in the past. I've gone through different phases. We all learn, we all grow. That's fine. But I am the product of what I've been doing my entire fucking life. So if you're morbidly obese, guess what? You are the product of what you've been doing your entire life. So stop complaining about it and start making fucking changes so in 5 years or 10 years, you don't look the same. You don't feel the same. It's not instant. No one wants to make those changes and sacrifices now, but then they're going to complain when they don't have the outcome. Oh my God, you're just being mean to me. Oh my God, it's white supremacy or it's diet culture. No, it's you being a fat fuck for 20 years and then complaining that I don't look like a fat fuck and then I'm not encouraging people to do what you do. You're taking that as an insult when it's just a fact. You don't take care of your health. You haven't, which is why you have this current situation. So complaining and virtue signaling doesn't change the fact that you are not allocating your time to health, healthy behaviors. Period. End of story. It's like any kind of investment. You invest in the stock market, you get that compounded interest. You trash your body, you're going to get that compounded interest negative. You're going to get that inversion. You're just chipping away at your health, chipping away at your longevity, chipping away at your overall wellness. Fucking basic. It's basic shit. It's not complicated at all. At all. Super fucking basic. Up. Is that confusing to anyone? Is that confusing to anyone?
What's your name, fat body?
I don't know if it could be. I don't know how that would be confusing. Seriously, the way you're at right now, how many of you have been in the Swole fam for a year or longer? By doing the programs, by following the 7 pillars, by executing, by doing the training in X, by doing what you should be doing. It happens over time. So those of you that are posting those success stories, so like today's video on YouTube, the transformation today, it's like that's an outcome of the last couple years of execution. So the way I look right now, fuck. Like, oh my God, Papa, you look good. You look muscular. Yeah, well, I've been fucking lifting since 2000. I've been training and I've gone through bulking and cutting and different types of training. Yeah, this has been my life. This has been my pursuit. This has been what I've done my entire career. If you've done the opposite, look, all right, compare. And I'm not saying, look at me, look at my body, look at this person's body, haha, look at that person, funny, haha. Yeah, look at my body, look at my biceps. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I am factually someone that has invested daily for 20 years to pursue health, to train, to eat better. This has been the outcome. This has been the goal, okay? So take my time and what I look like, take the exact same amount of time and reverse it. Seriously, reverse it. Reverse what I have done. And what do? You get the same type of progress, but the opposite. So if you take someone who's trashed their body, eaten whatever they wanted, never exercised, not meditated, not taking care of their health, you're going to have a morbidly obese person the same as me. I'm 37 years old. Okay? I'm 37 years old. If you were there are a lot of obese 37-year-olds because they've trashed their health for 20 years. So if you trash yourself for 20 fucking years, you are going to look like a morbidly obese fuck. I haven't trashed my health for 20 years. That's a long time to trash your health. So the same kind of results that I've gotten, you could be 400, 500, 600 pounds at this point. But that's because you weren't investing properly. Okay. But I have. That's it. Compounded interest for making gains. Literally putting in the effort every fucking day. Okay. This is what it looks like over time. You don't want to do that? Then don't do that. But you're going to have those results to show for it. You're going to have the opposite of these results. It's a very simplified way to look at it, but it's very understandable. And it's fucking true. You are the product. You're the outcome. Is she really? Kashina, look at Foodie Beauty. She's 37. I didn't know how old she was. Foodie Beauty, she's 37, severely obese and sick as fuck. She's going to die on camera. I haven't followed anything that she's done since she fucking flaked. I haven't really followed her shit. She's just doing the same shit that she was a year ago. Because last year, this is almost around the time last year where she joined the fam, was like April or May, when we're like, hey, and she joined for like 16 hours. Okay, let's give her a shot. Everyone's like, oh, she's going to fail. It's like, yeah, let's give her a shot. She joined and left. It's like, all right, fuck it. Whatever. It's gross. That's disgusting. Well, I'm 37. I ask on TikTok and these platforms, people think I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, whatever. I know the beard kind of confuses people. Just fucking take care of my health, man. That's what happens when you're drinking fucking bone broth a couple times a day and getting some sun and exercising, eating healthy fats. I'm training, meditating, yoga every day. It's a lifestyle, man. Lifestyle. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Awesome talk, awesome shit, balls deep, super deep, super deep. Let's get some Tainty Magooch, and make sure that you are hitting the like button on YouTube and subscribe to the Daily Swole, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Leave a review, motherfucker. Make sure you leave a review. Everyone hit that like button. Hit that like button. We got some Tainty Magooch in the house. Are you ready, fam? Let's go. Don't be a beesh. Don't be a boosh. You'll end up like Tainty Magooch. Who's gonna get it? Come on now. Oh, who wants some Tainty Magooch? Who wants Tainty Magooch? Come on. Where's that Tainty Magooch? Who wants it? Matthew Kite, congratulations! It's a Tainty Magooch. It's actually Tainty Magooch with a C, but Matthew will take it. We'll take it. Congratulations, Matthew, on winning today's Swole card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 1768, and your mailing address in the body of the email. Everyone say congratulations to Matt. Congratulations. Oh, stop it. Come on. Stop whining. Don't be a beesh. Come on, be nice. Be nice. You'll win next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining today, fam. You're fucking crushing it. Oh my God. Congratulations, Matt. Congratulations. And yep. As per usual, the Falcon's gonna fucking try to bust some sack. All right, fam, hit that like button before you go. Make sure you leave a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and check out Swolenormousx.com to join the Swole fam today. Let's get some more gorillas. Oh, look at that sexy beach. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a sexy, look at that tip. All of those games. Oh, it's nice. Get that nice piano. Oh yeah, look at that sexy nut. Oh, she's in there. Nah, settle down, Falcon. You sit down. Get out of here. Go. Oh yeah. Drum solo, and then we out. Nailed it. Come on. I got this. I got this. Nailed it. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow for 1769 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Join the Swole fam today over at Swolenormousx.com. Go, be well, and take care of your fucking health today, fam. Go make some fucking gains, and we'll see you tomorrow for 1769. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Ow.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.